One of the first male supermodels in history, Tyson Beckford is a fashion icon. Having broken numerous racial barriers in his rise to the top, Tyson continues to cross boundaries, expanding his reach into the worlds of television and film. Now, on Leading Men, Tyson Beckford.
I knew from when I was 6 years old I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be in quote-unquote show business. I never let no one tell me I couldn't do it. So I just put that in the back of my mind, and then I just said once I get to the point where I could do my own thing, I was going to do my own thing. There's so much dispute over this discovery thing, but I have to tell it like how it was. I was in Washington Square Park at the time, and these two people, they were checking me out at the park. I moved away thinking I'm gonna get away from them. They came back over to me and then started talking to me, and they needed guys for videos and whatever. And to get $100 a day, that was cool to me, you know? I scheduled a meeting with BETHANN Hardison, who her son was Kadeem Hardison.
They had seen my son on a TV show. Whenever he was on a talk show, he always spoke with me.
We made appointments with other agencies. Her appointment was the first one I went to.
And he got very lucky that the girl who had answered the phone accepted it, and then she met with him, and then because I wanted to support her, I agreed to meet him. And
then I totally just didn't go to the Fords, the Wilhelminas, because when I walked in there, I could smell the incense burning.
We were basically a black-owned white company. The black owner is BETHANN Hardison. What makes it white is that you compete against your white counterparts.
They asked me to show them some pictures, and I really didn't have much. So I tested with a photographer, brought the slides to her. She looked at them. She said, well, you're very photogenic, and you've got great cheekbones. Maybe we can do something with you.
BETHANN said, Veronica, I've got this boy, and he's got something, and he wants to ask you some questions.
I couldn't even hold a conversation with her.
Tyson was sitting at the table like this. Hi. How are you?
And I was hoping like, oh, she probably thinks I'm a doofus or I'm a dork or something.
I thought, wow, you know, I wonder if he really has the personality to be a model. He's so shy.
When I first got into the industry, I was very shy. I mean, I would go to castings and they would, you know, like for underwear, and they'd ask me to take off my clothes. I was like, here, in front of all these people?
Tyson didn't want to change in front of everybody else because, you know, BETHANN taught him right. You don't need to change in front of everybody and show everybody your business. But it was so tight, and it got to the point where Tyson and I had a little bit of a fight, and I sent him home. I know, it was horrible. It was so horrible. His reaction when he went home was like, I don't need y'all. It was like, I don't need y'all. And at the end of the day, he knew that he kind of did if he wanted to do this.
Whatever the case may be, you want to try and get photographers and editors to appreciate the talent you take on.
Tyson made a transition into modeling by being really savvy. He watched how everybody else behaved because there wasn't an education for models really back then.
The things I had to overcome was walking into a room and it'd be 50 white guys, blonde hair, blue-eyed. Here, it's just me, you know?
For Tyson, his type never existed before.
I would go into buildings like Condé Nast and ask for, you know, can I go see Jim up at GQ? And they were like, oh, you're a messenger, or you gotta go around the corner.
They would just sort of shoo him off.
And I would call BETHANN and be frustrated, like, yo, everywhere I go, they think I'm the messenger. And she would say, you know, it's kind of the way you dress. I wanted to hide my body because I always got the wrong attention about it. I get stared at by guys, girls, and, you know, I didn't want that attention.
Forget about what a female model goes through. A male model is 100 times more. They have to be strong, they have to be soft enough. They have to be able to be pose for something that it is for conservative people, but also something that will be credible and edgy and modern.
We were asking him to do things that uptown boys didn't do. You know, stand in front of the camera, show off your body, show off, you know, this kind of like project beauty as opposed to projecting rawness.
I push everyone to a fault, maybe, because you only get this much time. You have to take the essence, the moment of truth, because it is that. It's just the opportunity.
But then when the ads came out, and I was like, whoa.
At one point, he was sent by one of the agents in our company to see Bruce Weber.
He looked like Santa Claus when I went to see him, and Bruce Weber then sent me to Polo.
The first ad really knocked the ball out of the park because it was the red polo hoodie that had P-O-L-O in white letters on a red sweatshirt.
By that time, Ralph was like, here's a contract.
He was not the first black to work with Ralph Lauren. That's a myth. That is not true. He was the first male model or model to have the substantial time contract with Ralph Lauren, that's for sure.
To get a contract with Ralph Lauren, okay, everybody's talking in the corner.
He stayed at Polo for what, 7, 8, 9, 10 years? Which is a major multi-million-dollar investment on their part, so he was selling those clothes.
Ralph Lauren, it is so waspy to have that singular one person, Tyson, turn the 360 degrees around, and all of a sudden there was nothing to be said. There was silence in the industry.
And at first we were apprehensive, like, oh, these, you know, how's he going to look in a suit? You know, you really need a special physique, especially for this particular suit because of the shoulders. He fit him like a glove. And Ralph loved it. You know, he saw him in the suit and was like, that's it.
What Tyson has done for aspiring black male models is that he has shown them that they could be bigger or as big as any white counterpart.
There's never been one of him before, and there hasn't been another one yet. So that's a testament to how hard he works.
You can't really say, well, let's get so-and-so, he's as good as him. Because he really comes with it. When he's on, he is on.
He was so always on time, was always demanded. He eats really healthy. He wouldn't allow nobody on set to smoke. He would always say, please no smoking on set. He actually put it in his contract. We all laughed like, what, there's no smoking on set? But no, and he would be like, it's in my contract. You know?
He has become an icon.
He was nominated for the VH1 Model of the Year Award. And I was like, I was so played that down. Listen, you go, take it easy. Don't invite your parents. There's no sense of getting all excited about this. Let's just be happy with nominees. Okay. He goes, we go in this place. It just was very funny because you get into the audience and the place is packed. And when Tyson's pictures came up, the crowd went like, wow.
Tyson Beckford.
I said, oh, that's so nice, you know, like that. And then Jean-Paul Gaultier and Iman are on the stage.
Good evening. We are here tonight to present the award for the Male Model of the Year.
And they say, and the winner is, and Iman opens the envelope. It's only because she's dear to me. I watched her reaction when she went like that. I had a feeling like, no. And she says, Tyson Beckford.
I was shocked.
All he could do is drop his head.
He's kind of a triple threat. I mean, now he's a host, he's a model, he's an actor.
The transition to acting was so hard because here I was, a kid from the street, and I was being told by producers and directors in LA that I was too pretty for the roles. Biker Boys was another thing where the director sought me out and pulled me in on that. If it takes fuel and it's got a motor and it needs spark plugs, I'm pretty much into it.
If I called him right now, he's probably either working on his car, going out to get parts for his car, thinking about what he's going to do next to his car, or talking about his car.
Kings of the Evening was a great film for me. When I read the script, it made me cry.
No, ma'am. I know that now. I haven't seen her in 2 years. Don't know where she at.
The movie is about black people during the Depression. So here I am, like with streaks of gray hair and little frumpy dresses and aprons. There is Tyson coming in, burlap and, you know, woolen things and little caps and overalls and all of that.